welcome back to my channel. I'm Ellie. Today we are going to continue with my Farmhouse Kitchen Traveler's Notebook series. That's definitely a long title, but let's go ahead and get started, you guys. I'm very excited for today's video. So I kind of have to repair something that I messed up with these TNs, and that is my page markers. So I haven't made a TN in a long while, so when I made my page markers, I completely forgot that I do page markers that have either like a word topper or some kind of like little decor on the top to make it like stand out so that you can easily flip the page with the page marker. And I didn't do that. And then also another thing is that the other two page markers that usually carry the ribbon, I'm a little afraid because I feel like the holes might be a little too small, but I think I can make them work. I have two traveler's notebooks that I've been working on. These are Farmhouse Kitchen theme. They are by Echo Park, or at least the paper collection is by Echo Park. So these are the covers. So here's cover number 1. And they are turning out so gorgeous. And then here is cover number 2. Love that plaid. So these are the page markers. This is the one that is going to have the ribbon on it. As you can see, this was pretty good. I think enough ribbon will fit through this one. But this is, I usually do also like a pocket, either like a pocket page marker or something like that. And I love how this one turned out, but it doesn't have the word topper, or it doesn't have like a little decor piece to make it, you know, into a divider. Okay, so then for this planner, we have these two page markers, which I am so upset because I do love the paper. I'm still gonna keep these page markers in here. They're just gonna serve a whole different purpose, but this is the one that has the ribbon, and I think I can make the ribbon fit through it, so this should be fine. It has a little plastic pocket here and then the decor in the front. So this is the one with the pocket. This is just plain in the back. I usually like to leave some open spaces so that whenever, you know, anyone that gets my planners can have that option to add their own little touch, their own little decor. So then here is the back of this one as well, and then again it has a pocket. So today we're going to be making the word topper page markers. And luckily I have 2 more sheets left that I can use that are full size, because I believe the scraps that I have, I think they may be too small for this size. But I'm going to quickly look through them. Yeah, none of this is going to fit. And even so, I would probably, oh, I do love this one. I would probably need to just like double-sided or something. But yeah, so that's not going to work. So let's just go ahead and start from scratch. So we have these 2 sheets. Luckily, I have some sheets left over here, and they're really pretty, by the way. I love these sheets. Let me just quickly grab my paper trimmer. And then another thing I have to try to remember is the sizes. When I tell you guys I feel so rusty, I'm so rusty. I haven't made a tan in a really long time. So, you know, but I'm still trying to make them as beautiful as I usually do. Not to sound conceited or anything, but I'm very proud of the work that I do with my TNs. I love them. They're beautiful. I pour my heart into them, and they're just such a great way for me to be creative. But okay, let me quickly measure my, oh, first of all, my mat is, it's time to turn it over. Okay, there we go. Are we nice and aligned? Okay, so my page marker is, yep, up to this line right here, a little over 6.5 inches. Perfect. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna highlight that, and then I'm gonna highlight that. Okay, I think that should be good. Perfect. And you know what? I think I am actually, let me get my scoreboard. I think I am gonna double-side it. I think it'll just be easier to do it that way. Let's see, let's put this here. All right, I got my scoring tool. And I do apologize for not having a video up over the weekend. I've been trying to stay consistent, but that's also why I gave you guys a video midweek last week, because I knew I probably wasn't going to be able to film. But we will be finishing this series really soon, as I don't really have any other themed videos planned out for the moment. So we'll finish this series, and then we will see the final outcome for these traveler's notebooks. Okay, so then next, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my paper trimmer. I'm going to align this as best as I can. And then I'm just going to cut. Perfect. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is, oh, wrong way. And typically what I would have done was I probably would have turned it over. And actually, you know, I do like this. I don't want to waste it. So I think that's what we're going to do. And then we're just going to it's a great way save some paper, because then what I could do with the other scraps is I could make like a little micro planner, or you know, a mini planner. I can do all kinds of cool things with it. All right, so here we go. That's it. I have those. We are good to go. So then next I'm just going to seal all of my edges. Okay, now as far as rounding my corners, I'm not going to do that. I usually do that to the laminating paper itself. Now, I don't have ephemera that goes with this particular collection. Otherwise, I would probably try to use that. So instead, I'm going to try to use my word page markers that I've collected over the years from the Planner Society from when I was subscribed to them. And also, one of my subscribers was very kind enough to send me a lot of her leftovers. So I have a really nice little collection. But I am definitely running out of like the colors that are very basic. So let's see. I kind of do love this black and white for this one, because there is white on here and there is black. So I think that meshes really nicely. And then for this one, let's see what we can find that makes it stand out. I just try to, usually, you know, I just try to look at the colors and see, well, what can I use? That one has a lot of yellow, so maybe we can incorporate this one. That one doesn't really go too well. And you can see there's a lot of pastel tones in here, lots of stuff with colorful patterns and prints. This one's actually nice too. Notes. And this one's more of a, oh, it's more of a nice, like, solid. Okay, I think I like this one actually. Alright, so I think those are it. We have more in here, but they're all pretty much about the same color. So we're going to use these. Alright, so the next what I'm going to do is I have to make sure, oh no, this one's kind of, it has like a rust to it. I mean, I'll definitely use it, but more so for myself probably. Let's see if I have another one that's just pure gold. Okay, I think we're gonna use this one here. As you can see, I'm running out of the gold ones. Okay, I think we're gonna use this one. I would use that one, but it's a little peeled off, which does give it like a nice little rustic vibe to it, but no, I'm gonna do a nice clean one. All right, gotta make sure everything's facing in the right direction. Alright, so now if you wanted to add any type of decor, this is exactly where you're going to do it. If you want your decor to go blended into your paper, if you're going to add washi tape, just about any decor you want to add that you want to be within your paper, go ahead and do that now. So let me look really quickly through the pieces I had. So maybe I could do like the black on red for this one. I can maybe, oh, I love that pop of color there. That's pretty. Okay. I could always just not do it. That's cute too. Can maybe just add piece of that. I could do like a double lap right there. Okay, I think I'm gonna add it to this one, but not to this one. I'm not really feeling these that I have left over. So let's go ahead and, I also really do like this one though. I do like it. No, we're not gonna add anything to them. Let's just go ahead and seal them. So one laminating sheet will allow me to seal both of these page markers. So we're just going to kind of align that there. Make sure we give it enough space for a little border. And you're gonna need some fine, thin, sharp scissors for this, so that you can fussy cut around the words. So let's go ahead and bring this in a little closer while I then go and grab. So the first round, I always like to hold everything down while it's going in, just to make sure that everything is staying nice and flat. There's like really no air bubbles going through. Perfect. And then I think what I can use these for is to put my sticky notes. So I usually sometimes like to add sticky notes to these. It's a fun little way to add additional writing space. Perfect. That sealed very nicely. So now we're just going to keep putting it in reverse, backwards, all kinds of things. You guys know once I put these in, I think they go in and out for a few times because I like to make sure they are completely sealed. So now that we have these sealed, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them individually so I can start putting them in one by one. So let's just go ahead and do that. I usually just leave a little border and then I just follow this edge right here. Really, there's no real way that I measure for this stuff. I just kind of use this little edge here. That's how much space I leave. So now I'm going to do the same thing over on this side. I just lean back a little bit so that I can see because of the glare of the lights. Then I'm going to do the same thing over here. Perfect. And turn it over, and then we're going to do the same thing over here. There we go. And over here. So I'm not going to cut this top part off yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and throw it in again into the laminator. I know I throw it in a lot of times because, again, I just like to make sure that that notes page marker stays nice and sealed. So let's go ahead and do the same thing over here. Perfect. Now we're going to wait for that to come through. Beautiful. Let's do the same thing over here. And now I'm going to cut right there. So I'm not going to cut where the letters are sealed, just to make sure that I don't trim any of that off. So I do have my scissors here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to round my corners while I'm here. Then I'm going to do the same thing here. These little scissors are from Dollar Tree, but these are so good. They are nice and sharp, especially for like fussy cutting, because they kind of just glide with your hand. So, you know, it's almost like you're telling the scissors where to move. So they cooperate. All right. And remember, you want to cut around the part that's already sealed so that it doesn't open up on you. I just follow the little pattern of the letters, just like so. Keep it moving. And I try to make sure that I have no super pointy edges, because since this is laminating paper, I don't want anyone to cut themselves. And then we finish off our round. And there we have it. So now let's go ahead and toss that in there while we do the same thing over to this one. And we are just about done. There we go. There we go. These little scissors are amazing. I love them. Ooh, almost got close, but turning is the hard part, but these make it fairly easy. Okay, perfect. So then you just kind of look to see, make sure everything's nice and closed. Let's go ahead and pop that in there. have it. Our page markers are ready. They look so good. That's exactly how I make all of my page markers for my TN. Pretty much just follow that same routine every time. So now I'm just going to kind of think about what I want to do in terms of like how I want to finish decorating them, what little sticky notes or post-its I want to add to these little collections, and then quickly let's just go ahead and finish this off. I'm going to add just a few little pieces because that one has decor, and I wanted to add some decor to this one as well. So I'm just going to add some 3D foam here. Just like that. Perfect. And then I'm just going to kind of put this on there. Okay, and then I think I'm going to add the little pig. There we go. I'm going to add again the little rooster. Or actually, let's do the little farmhouse. Why not? There we go. So I'm just going to quickly see where I want that. There we go. And there, and then the little rooster. Okay, yeah, perfect. I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's take this. Let's throw this on here. Just like that. Let's put our little pig down. There we go. He's gonna go over here somewhere. There we go. And then we'll put our little chicken or rooster over here. And then I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna take this flower, and then I think I'm going to maybe just put that. And I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive here. There we go. Right there. And then I think I want to do the little blue one on this side. There we go. Perfect. There we have it, and then that's what that little page marker looks like. I'm probably gonna add some bling, so let me pull it down really quickly. I think we're gonna do the white pearl to make sure it stands out. There we go. Just like that. Yeah, I think that's good. Perfect. Super cute. And then as far as these go, I think I'm gonna leave them like this for now, but there we have it, you guys. So these are my pocket page markers with the clear pocket. And then we have our notes page markers. So we're gonna put this one on this side, and we're gonna give this one to this planner. And then lastly, we have the bonus additional pockets planner. So what I might do is I might add a little tab. I think I'm gonna think about how I want to put these in the planner. Maybe I can find a way to just toss them inside the elastic band. But that is my video for today, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this fun little tutorial on how I make my little word topper page markers for my traveler's notebooks. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you want to see more, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!